Hello, how are you guys doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. Well, today Grandma wants to read you the story about Jacob and Esau. Now, if you remember, Jacob and Esau's parents were Isaac and Rebekah. And Abraham's servant had gone to the land of his relatives to find a wife for Isaac. And so the servant found the wife for Isaac and brought back Rebekah. Now, Isaac and Rebekah had been married for nearly 20 years, but they had no children. Isaac knew the Lord had promised Abraham that he would have many descendants. So he prayed for the blessing of children. The Lord answered Isaac's plea. When Rebekah was about to give birth, she felt a strange struggle within her. She was worried. In answer to her prayer, the Lord revealed to her that she would have twins and that each child would become the leader of a separate nation. One nation would be stronger than the other, and the older child would serve the younger child. In time, Rebekah gave birth to twin boys. The second boy was born holding on to his brother's heel. The two were very different. The firstborn, whom they named Esau, was reddish, and his body was covered with hair. The younger baby was smooth-skinned and was named Jacob. As the boys grew, Esau became a clever hunter, spending his days in the fields with his bow, while Jacob worked near the tents where they lived. One day, while Jacob was cooking a pot of lentils, a type of bean soup, Esau came in from hunting. He was weak with hunger, and smelling the delicious food, he said to Jacob, "Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint." Oh, he was so hungry. In those days, certain blessings and privileges, which were called the birthright, were passed down from father to oldest son. Esau, Isaac's oldest son, was entitled to the birthright. But Esau said to Jacob, "Behold, I am so hungry that I am almost dying. What good would this birthright do me if I were dead?" "Promise me your birthright," Jacob said. And Esau made the promise, trading his birthright for a bowl of pottage, type of soup again. Caring more for food than for his birthright, Esau ate until he was filled and then went on his way. Years passed, and Isaac was growing old. His health was poor. His eyesight was almost gone. He knew he didn't have much longer to live upon the earth. So, as the patriarch of his family, Isaac had the right to give the birthright and special blessings to his children. Isaac called his oldest son Esau to him and said, "Behold, now I am old. I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take thy quiver and bow, go out to the field and take me some venison and make me savory meat such as I love and bring it to me so that I may eat, so that my soul may bless thee before I die." Rebekah overheard her husband speaking to Esau and ran to find Jacob. The Lord had revealed to Rebekah that Jacob was to receive the birthright. But Rebekah knew how much Isaac loved his oldest son and wanted to give those blessings to Esau. Because Esau had not always made right choices, Rebekah knew he was not worthy. He had rejected the teachings of his parents by marrying a daughter of the Canaanites. Rebekah knew by inspiration that Jacob should receive the birthright blessing, just like Esau had made the promise to Jacob so many years before. Rebekah told Jacob that Isaac had sent for Esau for venison, that he was going to bless Esau after his meal. "Now obey my voice," said Rebekah. "Go to the flock and fetch 2 young goats. I will make savory meat for thy father, such as he loves. Then she told Jacob he was to take the food to his father. Then Isaac would give Jacob the blessing instead of Esau. However, Jacob said, behold, Esau, my brother, is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. My father will feel me and know that I have deceived him. I shall bring a curse upon me and not a blessing. Rebekah told Jacob, do not worry, but go and do as I have said. Jacob hurried out, and when he returned with the 2 small goats, his mother prepared the savory meat. Rebekah took some of Esau's clothes and put them on Jacob. She also took the skins of goats and made a hairy covering for his hands and neck. Placing the meat and bread which she had prepared into Jacob's hands, she sent him to his father. Jacob nervously approached Isaac. My father, he greeted. Isaac looked up, but being nearly blind, he asked, who art thou, my son? Jacob replied, I am Esau, thy firstborn. I have done as thou did ask. Sit and eat of my venison, that thou may bless me. Isaac was surprised that he had found the meat so quickly. He reached out. Come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not. Jacob stepped closer. Isaac felt him and said, the voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. Jacob served the food. After Isaac was full, he said, come near now and kiss me, my son. When Jacob knelt and kissed his father, Isaac smelled Esau's clothing and felt satisfied that it was indeed Esau. Then, laying his hands upon Jacob's head, Isaac blessed him with the birthright, which Esau had traded for a bowl of pottage. Isaac blessed Jacob with the good things of the earth and prophesied that his brother would bow down to him and serve him. The same blessing that had been Abraham's and Isaac's was given to Jacob. He was to inherit a promised land and have many descendants. Those descendants were to bear the holy priesthood and be a blessing to all the nations of the earth. Soon after Jacob had left the room, Esau returned. He had also prepared savory meat for his father. Esau said, let my father arise and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. Isaac was confused. He cried, who art thou? Esau answered, I am thy son, thy firstborn, Esau. Isaac trembled. Who? Where is he who brought venison to me? I have eaten before thou came and have blessed him. But Isaac recognized that it was the will of the Lord that Jacob should receive the birthright. So he said, he shall be blessed. Esau, shocked by his father's words, cried out bitterly, bless me, even me also, my father. Isaac told Esau that Jacob had come disguised and had taken away his blessing. Esau was angry. He pleaded with his father, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? Isaac answered, behold, I have made him ruler over thee and have given him the good things of the earth. Esau wept. He had lost the blessings that could have been his because he had not lived to be worthy of them. He begged his father to give him but one blessing. Isaac laid his hands upon Esau's head and blessed him that he would live by the sword and would serve his brother. Because of what had happened, Esau hated Jacob and said in his heart, my father will soon die, and then I will slay my brother Jacob. Rebekah found out what Esau had threatened to do and called Jacob to her. She knew that the Lord had a special mission for Jacob, and she wanted to protect him so he could live to perform that mission. Behold, said she to Jacob, Thy brother Esau is planning to kill thee. Therefore, arise and flee to Laban, my brother, who lives in Haran. Stay with him until thy brother's anger is turned away, and then I will send for thee. So Jacob is fleeing his home because his brother wants to kill him. He's so angry over what happened. And sometimes family relationships get pretty messed up. And the next part of the story, Grandma will share with you, and you can see what happens to Jacob. The Lord, despite trials and oppositions, if we're worthy and keep trying to do what's right, we can be blessed. Remember, Grandma loves you.